Northern Cleric Dahiru Bauchi wants CJN Ariwoola not to trigger civil war by removing Abba Yusuf as Kano governor. This fight between APC and NNPP in Kano State is still on. And I'm sure at this level they are going to Supreme Court. Now they're already warning the CJN, the Justice Ariwoola, Olukayede Ariwoola, to make sure that the Supreme Court does not remove Abba Yusuf, because if they do that, there will be civil war in Nigeria starting from Kano State. So, but again, we understand the APC impunity. They have the judiciary in their pocket, they have everything in their pocket, and that is why when they say, let's go to court, they know exactly what they want to achieve. They will use the CJN, use the Supreme Court as usual to get what they want. And they will say Supreme Court is the final court of the land and nothing will happen. Nigeria will hail thee. So right now, there's a warning that is coming to Ariwoola here that if you start that nonsense and allow Abba Yusuf to be removed, or you remove Abba Yusuf from office as the governor, they expect a civil war. That is what exactly this means. But again, let's dive into the details to get more flesh into the matter. Ahead of Supreme Court's verdict on Kano State governorship election, popular Islamic cleric Sheikh Dahiru Bauchi has advised the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Kayode Ariwoola, to ensure that the appeal court's verdict sacking Governor Abba Yusuf of the New Nigerian People's Party from office was reviewed by the Apex Court with justice and fairness. The cleric, in a letter addressed to Mr. Ariwoola, which was stamped received by CJN's office on December 18, seen on social media, described Kano as commercial and religious center of the entire northern Nigeria, warning that a judgment against the will of the people could snowball into violence. Kano State has since been the commercial and religious center of the entire northern Nigeria. It is pertinent, therefore, that peace, unity, and order that we have woven together, that have woven Nigeria together, ever since the dark days of Nigerian civil wars, should be maintained at all costs. No other time than now, as the world undergoes economic turbulence, Mr. Bauchi said. The cleric said northern clerics, elders, and populace would unanimously conclude that Kano people's vote was stolen if the Supreme Court uphold appeal court's verdict sacking Mr. Yusuf, warning that Nigeria cannot, at this moment, afford another civil war, which is mostly ignited from unattended agitations of the people. I therefore write to reiterate that the proceedings of the review of the appeal court should be administered with utmost fairness and justice, without fear nor favor against the will of the people explicitly expressed through their civic rights, so they may not feel their votes have been stolen nor swept away, Mr. Bauchi said. Your Lordship, this indeed is the unanimous opinion of the scholars and clerics, as well as the concern of the northern elders, or above all, the view of the northern populace and Nigerians at large. The Court of Appeal in Abuja had sacked Mr. Yusuf as governor of Kano State, upholding the decision of the Election Petition Tribunal that earlier nullified the governor's election. On Thursday, the Supreme Court reserved judgment in the appeal filed by the NNPP seeking affirmation of its candidate Abba Yusuf as governor of Kano State. Mr. Bauchi's letter comes months after retired Justice Muhammad Datijo, during his valedictory speech, made scathing remarks about the judiciary, explaining why Nigerians hate the judiciary. So the thing here is that warning has been sent, and advice has been sent to the CJN, so he needs to do the needful. He needs to know exactly what he has to do. That is the truth. You cannot uphold the judgment of the appeal court, because that is against the will and the wish of the people. And so what he's saying is that the peace and tranquility and love that has held or that has held Nigeria together since after the Civil War is still on and should not be scattered now. He sees Kano State as the economic, political, and commercial hub of the northern Nigeria that has been and will continue to be. So Nigeria, CJN need to be very, very careful as the the Supreme Court is ready to pass their verdict. I know there are one or two things will happen. Either the Supreme Court will uphold the judgment of the appeal court or will upturn the judgment of the appeal court and reverse the judgment and retain Abba Yusuf as the governor of Kano State. The Kano people are saying it's Abba Yusuf that we want. They don't want APC there anymore. Ganduje's government there as governor was terrible. Okay, and the APC operating with impunity and causing problems, people are also tired of that. So I'm sure what is happening is not because of NPP or NNPP rather, is probably because people just want Abba Yusuf to be their governor. Okay, it's not about party, it's about the person, the personality of the person. That is it. So, but the truth is, will Ariwoola listen? Will Tinubu and Ganduje is actually the person pulling the trigger there. Ganduje is the person causing the problem in the north, especially in Kano, because he wants to prove that he's powerful. He wants to prove that he's stronger than the presidential candidate of NNPP, which is Rabiu Kwakwanso. Kwakwanso has made noise everywhere and now is frustrated. He even made an attempt to go and join APC or seek for ministerial role in APC, but Ganduje continued to block him. Now, even this issue of legal tussle between the APC governorship candidate and the current NNPP governor of that state, Kano State, is Ganduje that is pulling the trigger everywhere to make sure that NNPP is removed, because that is way to deal with not just the Kano people, but to deal with Kwakwanso, to prove to Kwakwanso that he's more powerful than he is. After all, it's still Kwakwanso that he made him the governor of Kano State, but now he has turned tiger. Okay, so I just hope that at the end of the day, that the people of Kano will not be used to settle this cause, because the fact remains that it is obvious the people of Kano want Abba Yusuf to remain their governor and not the other man from APC. So now this Cleric, okay, has written, Dahiru Bauchi has now written to CJN warning him ahead of the meeting, ahead of the court hearing at the Supreme Court, to ensure that justice is served normally and fairly, and make sure that Abba Yusuf is not removed as governor of Kano State. If not, it's going to amount to civil war. It will lead to civil war whether they like it or not. So that's exactly what this Cleric has said. I just hope that CJN will take that advice and do the needful, because I know that CJN, INEC, APC, they are already in one group fighting everybody and wanting to make Nigeria a one-party state. But that will not happen. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment on this matter.